I've been going foundation free for 2 to 3 weeks now, and I just feel so much lighter and prettier without foundation. So what I've been using to control my oil is a mattifying moisturizer. I apply that first and let it settle and let it dry. I love this mattifying moisturizer because it feels like nothing on the skin. It feels like water, and it dries up right away, and it gives me a look of health, of a healthy, happy, fresh face. So there's like this shine peeking through from underneath your skin, but it's not on top of your skin like when you're oily or when you've used too much highlighter. It's something that literally comes from underneath the skin. Continuing with moisturizing, I apply a lip balm to my lips and get my lips ready for lipstick. So because I'm going foundation free, I'm only using concealer, and I want to make sure the concealer sticks and doesn't move. So I've been using a primer for the first time in my life, and I apply primer around my eyes, around my nose, and around my mouth, which is where I'll be applying the concealer. I love this concealer because it is the exact color of my skin, and I think that's kind of like a miracle. It is the exact color of my skin. It's so undetectable. So I apply the concealer under my eyes, around my nose, and around my mouth. I blend in really well, and if I need a bit more, I'll add a bit more. I just kind of grab my eyebrow pencil, and with a very light hand, I'll sweep upward, and then I'll flip it over to the brush area and also sweep the eyebrows upward. I do not have a special technique for it. I just want to make sure that it does not look done or overdone, especially as natural as possible, as messy as possible. Sometimes perfect is fake, you know, most of the times perfect is fake, and I don't want to look like I have a face on top of my face. I want to look like me, so I try to be as unperfect as possible when it comes to makeup. So my mascara trick is simple and easy, and I just grab the tip of the mascara wand and push my eyelashes upward. It kind of gives me a look like I'm wearing eyeliner, and it also makes my eyelashes go way up high. I do the same thing that I do on the top lashes. I do it to the bottom lashes, except I kind of also do like a windshield wiper motion so I can get all of the bottom lashes because they are very light and very few. But with this technique, I can really apply a good amount to the bottom lashes, which makes my eyes look so girly and big. I use my lip liner as a guide. I always make sure to blend it in with whatever lipstick I'm using, and I know it's not going to show up, so it's not meant to show up, so I don't really care what color I use. The lipstick I'm using is very pretty, and it doubles as a blush for me. Most of my lipsticks double as a blush. So I put some on my lips, and then I grab some of the lipstick from my lips and apply it to my cheek. I'll apply a little bit, maybe 2 tabs on each side of my cheek. And then I do a very light sweeping motion, really fast on each side of my cheek to blend it in, really natural looking. Finally, I highlight, and I have this little sample from Benefit that I received a million years ago. All I do is grab a little bit from the tip and apply it on the high points of my cheekbones, and sometimes I'll apply some to my eyebrow and on my cupid's bow, and that's it. Like I mentioned before, I don't like to see the shine sit on top of my skin. I like it to look like it's coming from under my skin, and so I do not apply a highlighter with a heavy hand. And plus, I am oily, so naturally I'm always going to wind up a bit more glowing than others, and I don't need a highlight plus a glow. So that's pretty much it for this look that you see here. I really love it. If you have nice healthy skin that is pretty much clear and you want to give this a try, I say do so. Don't be afraid. A little bit concealer adds a lot of confidence to your day. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.